People moving to Charlottesville ask us this question all the time. If you were moving here, where would you move to?
That's right, and it turns out there's more than one great answer. And today, we're showing you one of our favorites. We'll walk you through the area, the schools, the parks, some local businesses, and honestly, some of the neighborhoods we'd move to ourselves as well.
Right, and stick around for the last one. It's really amenity rich, it's in a phenomenal location, and it might just be the one that gets you searching the listings tonight. So let's get after it right now.
All right, Leslie, well, it's time for the great reveal. Tell everybody where we're at today and where we moved to.
So let's talk about Stuarts Draft. It's in Augusta County, just west of Charlottesville.
Yeah, Stuarts Draft is a great small town that and we definitely live.
Absolutely.
We like small towns. We live here. It's about 30 minutes from downtown Charlottesville, but the thing about it is, we're talking about Charlottesville. It seems like maybe you could pick something closer into Charlottesville.
We could, and we cover plenty of those areas too. But life feels different once you're over into the Shenandoah Valley. There are plenty of people who work in Charlottesville that live in Stuarts Draft, but still want that laid-back, small-town, rural atmosphere that they call home.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And so 30 minutes from downtown,
right.
What else should the people know about Stuarts Draft?
Okay, so most of the drive that you're going to have into Charlottesville is on I-64. So it's an easy straight shot right into Charlottesville, and the location itself is fantastic here. You're right up against the Blue Ridge Mountains, with sweeping views of farmland, sheep, and cattle all around it.
Yeah, it really is beautiful out here. And with about 12,000 people, Stuarts Draft has everything you need for daily life without, losing that small town charm that it has to it.
Right.
Now, we're going to dig into Stuarts Draft businesses. Like I said, there's schools and things to do in just a bit. But first of all, let's break it down even further. Let's talk about 7 neighborhoods here in Stuarts Draft that we would live in if we lived in Stuarts Draft. All right, Leslie, so which one's number 1 on the list?
Oh, it's Stony Run. This is one of those rural communities that you're going to, when you go into it, people are just talking to each other. They're walking the neighborhood. They're chit-chatting with their neighbors as they go out to the mailbox. The kids are in each other's yards playing or riding their scooters or bikes in the street. It's just one of those kind of neighborhoods.
It is, and I think you would probably say there's a really close-knit type of community feel in Stony Run, right?
Absolutely.
I know that we've been there at Halloween before, right?
Oh my goodness. So Halloween in this neighborhood is so cool. So all these neighbors get together and they put out their decorations, but on Halloween night when they go trick-or-treating, you're going to see parents pulling their fire pits out to the end of the driveway. They've got their bags of candy and the parents dress up, the kids dress up. And actually people from all over the community around here go to that neighborhood they know that neighborhood. So if you do move in that neighborhood, make sure you buy lots of candy.
Either that or you might get tricked, right?
Ooh, that would be not good.
I don't think you will.
No.
The thing about the folks in this neighborhood, like Leslie said, they're really nice folks.
They're super cool.
I think of too, another thing I think of is like at Christmas time.
Yeah,
I mean,
they do holidays
homes,
well.
Yeah, they do. They do. A lot of the homes decorated. I mean, remember the one time we went into the neighborhood and there's like a 20-foot tall Santa
It was
there.
super cool. I hope they have it out again this year.
Yeah, it was really neat. And the other thing about it, they kind of reminded me about, remember that movie, Christmas with the Cranks?
I do.
Where you had to get the snowman. Tim Allen, yeah, you had to get the snowman up on top of the roof. Yeah. So I wouldn't say it's a neighborhood like that where they stop you and get you if you don't put your snowman up. But it's just a really friendly neighborhood, And I guess another nice thing about it, there's only one way in and one way out of the neighborhood.
Only one road.
There's several roads kind of in a circle, but how do they go? They meander. And I think one of the neat things about it is there's no HOA in the neighborhood.
So we get calls all the time about neighborhoods that don't have an HOA but is a neighborhood, and this is one.
Yeah, and a neighborhood takes care of itself, right? The people are doing a really good job of making sure the houses are kept nicely.
Pride of ownership is very evident.
It's very evident in the neighborhood, right? And like Leslie said at the beginning, it sits outside Stuarts Draft. And
on the edge of town.
Just outside of town, exactly. So it's just a couple minutes back into town to the grocery store and things like that. So, and here's the thing, if you're looking for a community anywhere in between Charlottesville or Harrisonburg, or Charlottesville and Harrisonburg themselves, we get it. We understand when you move somewhere.
We understand. Relocation is not an easy thing, but that's what we're here for.
All right, well, that's neighborhood number 1. What do you got for neighborhood number do.
Okay, we're gonna go far. We're gonna go like right across the street to Cranberry Hills.
Oh yeah, Cranberry Hills.
Yeah.
We really like Cranberry Hills.
We do.
It's one of our favorite neighborhoods.
It is.
And it's, I think, probably one of the most unique neighborhoods here.
It's pretty cool.
In the area.
It's pretty cool.
And the biggest reason that...
You want to tell them why?
I'm going to. I'm
okay.
There. Okay.
Don't push me.
So anyway, now 1 to 2 acre lots. Most of the homes sit on 1 to 2 acre lots.
Right.
And that reminds us of where we grew up. Now, we didn't grow up together, but we both had 7 acres that we grew up on.
We did.
And that was really
Mine
nice.
was in the middle of the cornfield, though.
Yeah, she's pretty much watched the corn grow for fun. Yeah. So, but like I say, it was neat because, you know, we had things to do and room to do it in, right? When we were kids. And that rural neighborhood, you know, I mean, you can ride your bike. Yeah, exactly. Do all sorts of things like that. And you know, the nice thing about Cranberry Hills is when you get a little bit older, I know my dad mowing that 7 acres, that was really hard when you
We didn't mow all the 7 acres we had. We had farms.
But an acre, you know, you can manage that, right?
Yeah.
You know, so, but, you know, but that's one of the reasons. Another reason is because of some of the other things in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. You know? I mean, there are like the houses in there. They have some of the best views in the valley. They have some meadow views. They have some mountain views, depending on where you are in this road. And there are just a lot of different types of the lots there. Some of them are wooded. Some of them are a little more open without so many trees around them.
And a lot of them sit back up to a woods, sort of one of those meadows or fields, because really the whole neighborhood, about 100 houses or so, the whole neighborhood is just one road in, one road out, and there's a couple little cul-de-sacs that are very short to go off to the side at one point.
Real private.
So it's real nice, very private, right? Like you say, as a matter of fact, we talked about Stony Run being a good neighborhood to walk in. This is even better.
We come across the street to that neighborhood, though, and walk that neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. And so another thing about it is there's no HOA here.
We get asked all the time to find a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot of HOAs or any HOAs. It's a really nice neighborhood. Again, these people take care of the houses without having to have an HOA. A lot of pride of ownership in this neighborhood as well. I mean, most of the neighborhoods we talk about have a lot of pride of ownership, but these are, you know, they keep it up. Without those rules.
And I think the other thing about it is we got some friends that live in this neighborhood,
We do.
And they talk about the neighbors being some of the most friendly neighbors.
They are.
And I mean, I'll give you a story, what we
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So there's a neighbor, he was putting up a swimming pool.
Yeah, an above ground swimming pool.
Well, you ever got a 24, 28, whatever it is, foot round swimming pool? You got to hold the liner up, right? And so that you can put the top on it, put it in. I don't know how it works, but anyway, so I guess he called a bunch of his neighbors, hey, I'm putting my little pool liner. Can you come out and you do that? So about 4 or 5 neighbors, they all go over and they're all standing around the pool while he's going and he's putting the thing up. And that's just the kind of neighbors that we've heard live in Cranberry Hills. And honestly, there's a lot of neighborhoods like that.
There are.
It's a different pace of life here in the valley.
There is.
And it really is very neighborly. So I think here's the thing. If you're looking for just a little bit of land in a great area, you're going to want to check out Cranberry Hills. Now, homes don't stay on the market very long when they do come because they're very
don't go on the market very often.
Right. And so, but there's one on the market right now.
There is one. So if you're interested in a neighborhood like that, let us know.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I say, Stony Run, it's a great neighborhood, a rural neighborhood out there in the country. All right, Leslie, well, we've covered a couple neighborhoods. They're kind of out in the country a little bit. But hang on, though. You're going to want to wait and see that last neighborhood that has all the amenities in it, right?
Yeah.
And it's not this one, but we're going to talk about this one here in just a second.
We are.
So hang on. But before we get there, it's nice having houses, neighborhoods, but let me ask you, what's everyday life look like in Stuarts Rep? Where do you get groceries?
People need milk and bread and cheese and all those kind of things. Okay. So about 5 minutes up the road from those two neighborhoods in Stony Run and Cranberry that we did talk about, you are going to find the Food Lion.
That's right in the middle of town.
It is. It's really not far from. We talked about it being on the edge of town, but Food Lion's right up the road. It's one of the local chain grocery stores here in the area. There is also some farm stands. So if you're wanting fresher than Food Lion and you want the farmer to have pulled it out of the farm that morning, you have got some farm stands in the area as well. So Stuarts Draft Produce Market they're on 340. They are an open air food market. They do operate all year round, and they feature a lot of jams and jellies in addition to the produce that's there.
But I think they got seafood there too, right?
Oh, yeah. You want to tell them about the seafood?
Well, I just know that a lot of people go there, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's seasonal.
I'm not a seafood eater. So,
no, we're not. Not so much.
But you know, a lot of people go there
to
get fresh seafood there.
So you got to put your order in, and then it's fresh out of the Chesapeake Bay is where they get it. So yeah, it's a great place. And Eagle Creek Farm is a newer farm stand, and they hold some really nice. Right, it is actually a farm. And yeah, they pull their veggies out of the farm in the morning and sell them on Saturdays. But they also have community events there. So they sometimes have vendors and food trucks and live music there at the new pavilion they've built. It's really cool. And they sell Christmas trees now too.
They do, you're right. And I guess that's the thing, you know, when you talk about this kind of living, it's that rural feel.
Right.
And I know that one of the things that about Stuarts Draft is kind of a personal thing that we could talk about, and that's getting some of our food here.
Yeah, we do. We source our beef here, actually. So we have a local producer here who has some mini cows, actually, and they're really lean meat, and we buy the whole cow. It's about 350 pounds worth of meat, but tell them how much we pay a pound for this
whether
meat.
It's sirloin, whether it's ribeye, whether it's T-bone, whether it's hamburger,
roast,
it's $5.50 a pound.
Yeah,
now, you can't even hardly buy hamburger for that anymore, right?
I mean, go to the grocery store. What are you paying? You're paying $7 a pound for hamburger.
And that's not there's other places that do that too. You know, and you get
so if you want local sources, we can hook
the Valley's a great place for local sourcing. So, and there's a couple other places that if you talk about Stuarts Draft, you got to mention these really neat places in Stuarts Draft. The Cheese Shop.
Oh yeah, Stephen loves the cheese shop.
Everybody goes to the cheese shop. Okay, it's kind of an Amish-style bulk food store. It's run by a Mennonite family.
It is.
And you know they got cheese there, right? But they got meats and spices and jams and hard to find baking ingredients. You know.
What if I'm getting hungry while I'm in there searching for all those things?
Well, I guess you can get a sample.
Can I start eating?
Yeah, you can.
How about a sandwich? Can I get a sandwich then?
You're leading me in there, aren't you?
I am. Try.
So yeah, but you can get a sandwich, you know, and they got a little place you can go over there and sit down and everything too.
Inside or outside.
Yep. And a couple of my favorites is, you know, they got candy there, and they got coffee there, you know. And like I say, it's just a neat place, and trust me, people from miles and miles around come to the cheese shop.
Absolutely.
It really is popular. So there's another place in town, which I know is a favorite place that you've come sometimes and you've got bread sometimes.
We videoed inside of it.
We did a video there with Miller's Bake Shop.
Miller's Bake Shop, and they have
family-owned.
A family-owned atmosphere in there, and the people in there are just so friendly.
They are cinnamon rolls.
Oh, now they're famous for their cinnamon rolls. But new item in there is cupcakes. I'm always looking for cupcakes for like birthdays at our house, and so he's my cupcake.
Or whatever.
But they are very famous for something that you really like that's in there too, like they're twisted and
pretzels. They have pretzel Saturday.
They have pretzel Saturdays
every so often.
Like
people
once a month.
Line up the street.
I mean, they're
outside the place.
It's crazy, and they've got little cheese sauce and some other sauce that goes with it that you can get.
You're right, and I mean, there's bread, cookies, but they also got a coffee shop there as well.
So the Java Joint is part of Miller's Bake Shop, and so they serve coffee, but their specialty is their homemade syrups. So if you're looking for something that's natural, their cream and milk that they use and all the things that they put in those syrups, they're all natural. And they also serve teas, but they also have boba tea. So if you have kids who want those boba teas, they also have them there as well. Okay, Stephen, I don't feel like cooking tonight. Are there choices in Stuarts Draft of places to go to eat?
Well, there are. I mean, you've got Ciro's Pizza, kind of a local chain out here in the Shenandoah Valley. A lot of people love it. Go there to Ciro's. You've also got Sanzone's Italian restaurant. We've been there a few times.
They're
pretty good.
They have some good Italian.
Not bad at all. And another Italian place in town too. There's Daps. That's a really popular burger and ice cream joint.
Real beef in there.
Yep.
And their ice cream's good.
Yeah. Sooner Barbecue, if you like barbecue, a barbecue place right in the middle of town.
You can see him firing up the smoker out in front of the restaurant in the mornings.
And talking about mornings, Donut Delight, the donut place packed.
We've been in there.
Packed on mornings sometimes, you know. So, and like I say, there's Mexican food there. There's Mexican restaurants. There's Chinese food there too. Fast food. So
those kiddos do have fast food, but not McDonald's. There's like Arby's Wendy's, Hardee's, Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. That's probably that'd be about the only one I want to go there anyway. But
right.
Anyway, get some ice cream. But anyway, like I say, like I say, you know, Stuarts Draft is one of those small towns, but you still got everything you need.
Without having to go to Stanton or Waynesboro.
Right, within minutes away. And then if you do have to go to Stanton or Waynesboro, it's only 15 minutes away or so, 15, 20 minutes away. So, and here's the thing, you kind of maybe caught on to this so far. You know, both of us grew outside small rural towns, right?
Yeah.
And you know, we loved where we grew up, and that's why we like this Stuarts Draft area as well. And if you don't know us, by the way, we're Stephen and Leslie, and yeah, thanks. We've been helping people for almost 4 years now who watch our YouTube channel
and relocate here.
Yeah, and speaking of relocating, we're the original relocation specialist for Charlottesville, Harrisonburg, and everything in between. That's pretty much what realtors do here in this area, and so we do it all. And here's the thing. We've got almost 30 years of combined real estate experience together, and she's actually a real estate, been a broker too, you know. So, and here's the thing: if you're looking to move to the area, don't hesitate to reach out and call us. You know, we're never
schedule that online Zoom call with us,
or text us or whatever, you know. So
give us a call.
Exactly, and so we're never too busy to help, and we want to help you find your community, whether it's in Charlottesville, Harrisonburg, or Stuarts Draft, or anywhere here in the area. It's our privilege to do that. All right, Leslie, so it's a little bit about Stuarts Draft, a couple neighborhoods, but what's some more neighborhoods that we live in if we move to Stuarts Draft? All
right, we're actually going to cheat a little bit and combine 3 into 1. Danny's so rude. All right, so let's talk about Ridgeview Acres, Forest Springs Estates, and Meadowdale Estates. Okay. They all are side by side, and they actually make up the largest concentration of homes in a neighborhood in Stuarts Draft. So there's like hundreds of homes here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, I mean, go ahead. I don't want to be rude.
No. All right, so these neighborhoods all border each other, which is why I said we're going to cheat and put 3 in 1. So they're also it's a very economical neighborhood to get into, one of these 3. So if you're looking for a home that is a starter home or a downsize, this is a great neighborhood to get into because...
it probably is one of the most economical neighborhoods in Stuarts Draft. Most of the homes in that neighborhood are going to be in the $300,000 range. You might find a few less than that, and a few more than that. But for the most part, they're going to be in that range. And because they're older neighborhoods, are more established. They started being built back in the 70s, I think, for the most part. And like Ridgeview Acres maybe has the most older homes in it, then Forest Springs and Meadowdale. But they're still, dates overlap each other. So like I say, they're similar, but they're different. But you got those mature trees, you know.
It's not flat.
Right.
Like yards that are scraped.
With
no trees.
Yeah, with no trees. All right, like neighborhoods. Exactly, I got you. But the neighborhood itself's pretty flat.
It is. So if you like to walk or bike, or you got kids who don't want to manage those hills, this is a great neighborhood to live in. Caution though, there's no sidewalks. So is that a bad thing?
Yeah. Well. It depends. I mean, if you like sidewalks, I guess it's a bad thing. But the thing about it is, I mean, there's a lot of homes there, but it's not, it's one of those neighborhoods people are going to walk on the street, and it gives you that neighborhood feel, laid back, small town character, for people who are looking to escape that busy, denser, city
type. It's quiet in there.
It is. And now the homes in there, I mean, you've got Cape Cods.
The style, split foyer, ranch,
right.
2-story colonial.
Right, so it's not just cookie cutter.
No.
Right, and not just cookie cutter neighborhood where everything is just 1 or 2 or 3 different models.
Right.
There's different, and there's character in these homes. And sometimes you get into a fixer-upper in there too, with when you get it for a lower price, of course. So, and also we're going to talk about schools here in just a second, as we promised. But while I'm here, there is a private school in this neighborhood. Ridgeview Christian is in this neighborhood. So if you're looking for a private education for your kids, you live in Ridgeview or any of those other neighborhoods, you're going to have it right there in the neighborhood. All right, now we're going to get to that last neighborhood with all the amenities here. So hang on, we're going to get there in just a second. But first of all, small town.
Right.
Some people might ask, is there anything to do in Stuarts Draft, or is it just boring there?
I know. So, yes, if you're looking for a more laid back atmosphere, this is the town for you. But it does have 2 parks here. So if you've got kids and it's summertime, you're going to be hanging out at the Stuarts Draft Community Pool. It's a junior-sized Olympic pool, and there are picnic tables to eat at. and baseball diamonds, pickleball courts. What else? Field. Oh yeah, there's a pavilion there. So there's plenty of things to do there, as well as Schneider Park. Schneider Park has a pavilion as well, and baseball diamonds there.
Baseball gets played
so
for
that's
the
where
kids.
That's where that gets played.
Exactly.
But let's talk about the events that are put on in this little town.
There's several events that go on. A couple of them are this. You got draft days, and draft days you're going to find food trucks here in town. Right. You're going to find a rock climbing wall, inflatables for the kids. And then also you've got the August lawn party, and that's where the firemen, they have a firemen's parade in town, and they have carnival rides at that one, and it's just everything goes around that. And then they like their parades here because one of the best is the Christmas parade.
Oh my goodness.
We went to the Christmas parade one year, and I'll tell you what, that parade,
so cool.
It goes on forever. It's like over an hour and 10 minutes or 20 minutes or something for everybody to go through. There's a lot of involvement.
A lot of businesses, lots of floats, marching bands.
It's just nice that there's a lot of involvement in the community.
Yeah.
And you're not, it's everybody's there, and you meet people. And you meet people at the park. You meet people at.
And the most important part, kids, candy.
Oh yeah, it's really candy.
They throw out candy.
I got some too. Anyway, but and then on top of that, one thing I don't want to forget about it, and you got the Stuarts Draft Diamondbacks. They're part of the Rockingham County Baseball League. It's a local league here, just made up of people from the area, college kids as well. That's been going on for over 100 years, and it's just fun to go to their games. A lot of them, most of them are free, and you go to the games because people sponsor them, and so you just go to the games and have fun, and you meet people there, and you become part of the community. Once you're here. All right, Leslie, we're almost to the last neighborhood, but before we get there, we got one more, and that's the one that we're in right now.
We've been teasing them about these houses behind us.
Where are we at?
We are in Overlook.
Yeah, we definitely.
And why would we live here in Overlook? Case in point.
Yeah, that's one.
The views, because there's a lot of houses that do ride the ridge here in this neighborhood. Yeah. This isn't a flat neighborhood like some of them that we've been talking about. This one does have some hills in it.
Terrible, though.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
But want to tell them about?
Yeah, well, the neighborhood originally started being built by another builder, and like a lot of neighborhoods do, they get to a certain point, they'll sell off the land to another builder. And right now, Atlantic Builders is building homes in here. They're building two different types of models. Those models start around $370,000. So you can get a single-family detached home here in this neighborhood, and it's just a great option to have a more affordable neighborhood here, but you can get homes in this neighborhood too that are up in the 4s or even close to 5 as well, or over 5. So, and so the other thing is you get a builder warranty along with the home. You do. Which a lot of people want, and it's a new neighborhood, so it's like
that's security that people get when they get a new construction home.
Right, and then there's the new part here. It's called the Hills and Overlook, I think.
Yeah, the Hills and Overlook.
So it's kind of the same neighborhood, but it's just kind of got another new part here. That's the part we're in right now. You can see all the lots behind us, and so like I say, there's just a whole lot of new build options here in town, older established things in Stuarts Draft.
All right, you told people you were going to give them the options of living here in Stuarts Draft.
Right.
So, something you've left out though.
Education.
Right.
Schools. We all want to put our kids in good schools, right? And the great thing about Stuarts Draft, you're going to find good schools here in the Stuarts Draft area. Now, when you go start searching for an area to find about schools, you typically look at niche.com or School Digger and other places like that. It's very confusing. I've seen niche say that one school is great and School Digger say it's terrible, or vice versa.
Right.
And so here's what I recommend. Go to the Virginia Department of Education's School Quality Profile website. It's schoolquality.virginia.gov. And when you go there, it's going to break up all the schools in the state, and it's going to tell you how those schools are performing. The schools here in Stuarts Draft are in Augusta County. And let's just take high schools, for example. There are 2 high schools that if your kids go here to Stuarts Draft, they're going to go to. Stuarts Draft High School or Riverheads High School.
Right.
Now, both of those schools, those high schools, they receive a distinguished ranking, the highest ranking, and that's only about 25% of schools in Virginia.
Small flight.
So they're doing a good job there. And like I say, living here in the area, we know the schools, we know people that go there, and but they're the small schools, right? And it's not just about what the numbers say, it's about that feeling too, right?
And we're basing this on the high schools actually. So the student to teacher ratios in the classroom though is really small, and that is one thing that you're going to hear a lot of people talking about. the smaller class size. So there's more individual attention there.
Yeah, and you can be involved, your kids can be involved in sports and clubs and marching band, things like that. There's just a whole lot of opportunities. And, you know, and people, when you talk to people that have their kids in the schools there, you know, here's what some of the things they say about them, okay? They talk about teachers being enthusiastic and genuinely caring about their students there, their children. They offer extra help. And they also talk about building personal relationships. A lot of the students will say, you know, I had a particular teacher at my school that they really helped me, and I remember what they said throughout life. But there's also a family feel here as well. That small size means everybody knows everybody. Not everybody, but I mean, there's just a strong sense of belonging and community. And they're also fairly, I mean, they're pretty welcoming to students who might have struggled somewhere else and who come here to the area. And I know
we recently had a buyer who one of their kids was struggling in a private school from the state that they were in, who moved their student here in the middle of the school year last year, actually, and just to get him settled, just to get, you know, they heard that they were going to do really well with him and they wanted to see how things were going to work out. Well, they were pleasantly surprised. They loved his teacher. They loved the school. It's actually in Riverheads. So if you have, you know, a student who struggles maybe a little bit and needs that extra help, these are great schools.
Yeah, they are. No, and I like sports, you know, I mean, both the schools are very sports-minded. There's a lot of spirit. Yeah, the big football game, basketball game, you know. And there's good turnouts at games. Now, there's some differances. For example, I mean, if I was going to choose a college prep course, college prep path, I think Riverheads is probably a little bit better than Stuarts Draft. That's what most people say about that. And the other thing about Riverheads, a few years ago, it was named as a National Blue Ribbon School. So quite a high award to get. But like I say, athletics, either one's good, you know. Riverheads, they won 10 state football championships. And, you know, Stuarts Draft is one in cheer and track and field. You know, so there's good schools, a lot of fun, kids, a lot of clubs, a lot of things to do. And the schools, I think you'd be very happy with your kids here in the schools in Augusta County. All right, well, we have teased everybody long enough.
I think they've waited.
Yeah,
they've been very patient.
That. Thank you very much. So, Leslie, what is it? What's the neighborhood that has all the amenities?
It's Stony Valley. I mean, this neighborhood is a really cool neighborhood. It is the only amenity-rich neighborhood here in Stuarts Draft. And what do they have there, you might ask? Well, they have a swimming pool, a clubhouse, tennis and pickleball courts, walking trails, playgrounds, picnic pavilion. I mean, you have so many amenities here in this neighborhood, street lights, sidewalks, and we just sold a house in this neighborhood to someone who gave up some other neighborhoods that I showed her because this one was actually a relatively flat area. She rides a bicycle with a basket in the front, and she has this little Maltese, Muffin, and he likes to sit in the basket and look around. So she wanted a neighborhood that she and Muffin could ride their bikes in. It's such a cute little story, but that is the reason why, one of the reasons, plus all the amenities, that she chose this neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, and like I say, you don't have to come into Stuarts Draft to go to the pool or to the tennis courts. You can stay right there in your own neighborhood. And plus, a lot of homes in that neighborhood, it sits out in the middle of where a farmer's field used to be. So you got open views of the mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains and everything. It really is pretty. And like I say,
it's pretty in the winter.
It is. It's pretty anytime. It just changes, right? Now, you've got attached townhomes here. You've got villa-style homes that are on one level. You've got detached homes that are here. And they're newer homes, and they're still building the homes now, right? Now, it's interesting because some of the villa-style homes and the villa-style homes and the detached homes, they have garages. And some of the garages on one of the rows, at least one of the rows in there, are rear entry garages.
Which is pretty cool. A lot of people don't like having their garage being seen from the front of the street.
Yeah, the neighborhood's laid out on more than 100 acres, and one of the neatest things about it, too, that makes it very popular, is its convenient location. You are about 3 minutes away from Stuarts Draft and everything we talked about, but you're only about 5 minutes away. You're only about 5 minutes away from the Waynesboro Town Center Shopping Center and Interstate 64. So it gets you right on the interstate. If you're going to Charlottesville, get you right there very quickly to do that. And so, like I say, it's just a really convenient neighborhood, a lot of amenities in there, and a lot of options for people who are looking to find a good neighborhood here in Stuarts Draft.
Now, if you're interested in walking through any of these neighborhoods, call us, text us, email us, and book an online call with us as well. But until next time, we'll see you around town.